So, Joseph, Fiat Chrysler Chief Executive Sergio Marchionne yesterday announced his 5-year plan to turn around the car maker. Motor journalists like me were very excited about his plans to rebirth Alfa Romeo and get Jeep moving outside of America, but investors weren't so happy with his promises of increasing car production by 50% over the next 4 years. Why was that?
Yeah, I mean, the shares are down sort of 8% today, so it's quite a big move. And like you said, volume was really what came out of that plan. You know, if they pulled it off, they would be the fastest growing car maker in the world to 2018. You know, 7 million cars worldwide by that point. That implies sort of 10% average annual growth before then, which is quite considerable.
But Fiat shares did fall yesterday, but they've been up, what, 60% so far this year? I mean, surely there's
I mean, and this is the interesting. It is the cheapest car maker in the world. If you look at like enterprise value to EBITDA as the multiple, it's 3 times. Renault, another fairly battered European car maker, is on 9 times. Renault shares are up 25% in the last year, and like you said, Fiat's up almost 2/3. So is it a momentum play on a European, recovery, which will be felt fast through car sales, or is it a value play? Because the big question here is capital structure and Fiat's debt.
Right, and how on earth is Marchionne going to pay for all these things? I mean, does he have to do an equity raise?
I mean, yeah, given the sheer ambition on volume, it's incredible that they're expecting earnings. They're expecting EBITDA to double by 2018 to about 17 billion euros to actually just pull through the capex and the R&D which would be necessary. That is pretty tight, considering they're starting with net debt of about 10 billion euros and no free cash flow. Yeah, do they need to raise capital? I mean, we could say, well, it's good that they're not sort of looking to burn equity capital through a raising, but when the plan assumes that interest costs on that debt won't rise at all, in fact they'll fall towards the end of the period, it doesn't look very prudent, and therefore if you're buying Fiat shares here, you are taking quite a big dilution risk, I think.
Well, of course, this is Sergio's 3rd plan in about a decade, so let's see how he gets on. Thanks, Joseph.